Hi, my name is Heather Smith, and today I'd like to talk to you about energising your profit and loss statement. I think it's really important the small business owner looks at their profit and loss statements and uses it to manage their business. But sometimes I find their profit and loss statement is really difficult to read. So what I'm going to do is go through a few tips and recommendations that I suggest you adopt to make your profit and loss statement a usable document that you'll look at on a regular basis and that you'll actually be able to understand and use to manage your business. Now, you need to measure what matters to your business. So identify what areas of your business you actually want to measure and clearly identify them in the profit and loss statement. So, for example, income areas, identify the income areas that you want to monitor and then put a corresponding cost of goods sold against the income area. Some income you generate may have no cost of goods sold, but for those that do, by doing this, you're easily identifying the gross profit margin. Use plain English. It's your profit and loss statement. You need to understand it. If it has automatically generated words or if your accountant refers to it as something else on an annual basis, change the words so that there's something that you understand. Don't leave General Bank Account 1 when it is actually ANZ Savings Account. Change it so it's easy to understand and you don't need to think about it. Summarise. Group like items together. So if, for instance, you have home office expenses, group them together. So I can customise my report, customise it so I can sort of helicopter above the report and see it at a higher level. So I simply need to see home office expenses, and if necessary I can drill down a few levels and see the full detail of the home office expenses, but I want to customise and I want you to use headings to group them. Streamline. Now have a look at your profit and loss statement. Are there accounts that you don't really need there? Are there accounts sitting there that are continually zero, or that you are splitting up? Because historically you split them up and you really don't know why you split them up because you don't need to see the information split up. If this is the case, combine the accounts or delete the accounts, such as maybe you have a telephone and internet, separate telephone and internet charges, and you simply need to see the group charge communications. Combine them together. Maybe you have set it up so you've got every single mobile account in the office set up there. Is that really providing you with information? If it is, leave it there. If it isn't, combine it together. The combined information gives you meaningful data to work with. How many of you are working with a profit and loss statement in alphabetical order? A robot generated that profit and loss statement in the alphabetical order. It's not giving you any meaningful information. It was generated by an accountant's program, yes, not a robot, but an accountant's program. And at the end of the day, you need to group things into meaningful areas. Typically, with the expenses, I suggest you go group all place things together, or provision things together, all people expenses together, and all promotional expenses together. So if you group them and then helicopter up from the report, draw back from the report, when you look at expenses, you see 4 lines. And if you need more detail, you can drill down and see further detail. Keeping things in alphabetical order only assists the accountant at the end of the financial year. It is not assisting you in managing and running the business. Your profit and loss statement needs to allow for growth. So don't, when it's early days or when something new comes on board, decide that you're going to put a lot of detail into the profit and loss statement. For example, maybe you sell health food bars, maybe you sell oat and honey, oat and cashews, oat and almonds. You do not want every unit identified because it's giving you too much information. you will be able to generate that information somewhere else in your statement, in your accounting package under an inventory report. What you want grouped is health food bars, full stop. Health food bars, full stop, group it together, allow for growth, because you may end up with 40 lines and having 20 lines of health food bars simply confuses everyone. So think about these tips and tricks and how you can apply them to your own business profit and loss statement to make it useful and usable. Thank you. Heather Smith, ANISE Consulting.